try again, this time with God. Hello everybody, it's Queen Agnes, and today I want to answer a question that I too found myself asking. Most of these questions that I answer, I have asked myself personally, and if I would have known sooner, I would have made so many changes. So I want to help as many people as I can with these different questions. So today's question is, why can't we hear God calling us, or is God calling us? So of course God is calling us. He's standing at the door and he's knocking and he's knocking and he's yelling and he's saying Queen, Queen, or whatever, come on, open the door so you can hear my voice. I could come in. I'm trying to tell you what to do. Most of the time we do hear his voice, but we ignore it. He's saying, don't steal, get off that website. But we still don't listen, and then we think, why isn't God talking to me? He's talking to you. We just not listening. And I feel most of it comes from the distractions that we have in this world. We're so distracted with so many different things in life that we do not have time to even listen to his voice in the first place. So that statement that God is not talking, God does not call, is not true, because it was not only back then that God called people, and it was not only back then that God spoke and showed people things. It can still happen now. We just need to have faith, and we need to believe, because God said if we have faith even the size of a mustard seed, and I don't know if y'all ever seen a mustard seed, but it is tiny. Even if we have that little amount of faith, then God, we can move a mountain. If we say mountain, move, is going to move. So yes, God calls. He's calling you today. He's calling you to your purpose. He's calling you to what he has set you to do. He's calling you to become the person he knows you can be. He's calling you out of debt. He is calling you out of lying. He's calling you out of that addiction that you are stuck doing. God is continually calling you and me to do the purpose that he has said for me and you to do in our lives. So it's up to us if we want to receive his call, and it's up to us if we want to listen, and it's up to us to decide to allow God in, and allow ourselves to hear his voice, because he is in fact calling. It's just up to us to pick up the phone and say, hello God, and listen to what he says. Because sometimes we do pick up, but we don't like what he has to say, because he says, hey Queen, you need to stop doing this. Hey Queen, you've been addicted to this, you need to stop. And hey Queen, this and this and this and this and this and the third, whatever we are going through, he's saying, hey Queen, you need to spend more time with me. Hey Queen, why are you always spending 7-8 hours doing things that are worth nothing? Hey Queen, why don't you spend time with God? And he's saying all of these things, but because we don't like what he has to say, we say, oh no, God ain't speaking to me. That's what we like to say, even though he's clearly telling us and he's clearly calling us. He's saying, hey, I want you to be a pastor. Hey, I want you to be an evangelist. But you're like, oh no, not me. I can't do that. And then we go back and say, God, why isn't God calling me? When he is, but we just aren't listening to his voice. So I hope and I pray that we can open our hearts and we can open our ears and our eyes too, to see that God indeed is calling us to serve him. God is calling us to fulfill our promises. God is calling us to fulfill our purpose. God is calling us to become the people that He knows we were made to be and the people that we can be. So it's just up to us to open our hearts and ears to hear His voice. So that is it, my lovely people. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment down below. Subscribe. Turn on that bell notification. And may God bless you.